Together Towards Tomorrow is the campaign that we celebrate today on this Commitment Sunday. And I'm reminded that it's been a joy to be the pastor for 21 years here at Fairview. And the church has meant a great deal to myself and to my family, and it's been a part of our lives. And we're excited about where God is going in the next 100 years. In 2 years, we'll celebrate our 100th birthday, which began in the little school called Shake Rag School. The Sanders brothers were the pastors. They alternated nights of preaching, and those who were converted became our congregation. They met in a little white church they built with their hands, and then every 20 years Fairview has built since that day. Today we're on a wonderful campus of 13.9 acres and a brand new facility that we've been worshiping in for almost 8 years now. And today we launch forth on our 5th Capital Funds campaign with a dream of how the church can touch people's lives and through them change our community and change the world.
I've been a member of Fairview since 1984, and one of the main things that excites me about Fairview is how it is a ministry to families.
One of the reasons we came to Fairview was because we had heard wonderful things about the children's program. My son, who at the time was 5 or 6 years old, came in the first Sunday we were here and just really fell in love with the place. And I feel like he was really going to flourish here. And really it's been a blessing to our whole family.
When I think of Fairview, I think of family, actually. My family lives in Kingsport, so we really don't have close family here. And ever since the first time we came here, I just felt at home.
Fairview Methodist Church has really, in the last several years, helped me to open my eyes as to what my role in my Christian faith and my walk in Christian faith would really involve.
There was a time in my life that my mom and I did not have any money and, excuse me, very little food. And by the grace of God, our church showed up.
The Tuesday morning Bible study, women's Bible study, it saved me. That ministry absolutely opened its arms and welcomed me into that group, and I was able to see that God had not left my side.
The missions program, I guess, has made one of the biggest differences in my life. I would never travel out of the United States, certainly was not going to fly. And when I got involved with missions here and have begun to travel all over the world, it's been one of the greatest experiences of my life.
We have a debt of about $1.3 million. And this campaign is about paying off that debt. And if we can proceed to get that debt paid off in 3 years, then we can be debt-free in August of 2014.
I think it's a wonderful idea for Fairview to become debt-free and then to be able to put all that money towards helping other people, helping other children. That's definitely the direction we should be going in.
We'd like to have a place where we could remember those who have gone on to be a part of that family triumphant, that eternal fellowship, and where the Lord has prepared that place. And so we have a memorial garden or a legacy garden that we plan to complete, where people can go out in the fall and the spring and in the summer right outside the sanctuary and use that as a place of fellowship.
It's been a long-time vision of United Methodist Women to have an outdoor covered pavilion in our back of our church with all of the grounds that surround the beautiful hills, trees. And it would be wonderful if we could have a pavilion to have our outdoor activities in, such as wedding receptions perhaps, Heritage Sunday events, children's activities. Teaching and educating the children to be future leaders of the church is very important, because that's where the future lies, is with the education of the young children as they progress and know the Word of God and keep it in their hearts, and then they can train others.
The part of the campaign that's going to go for our young people to continue their education and to come out of school without debt would be a wonderful thing, because we've got to carry on the life and legacy of the church.
I have a grandson who would like to attend seminary, and that's very interesting to me that Fairview would be able to encourage that.
I'm going to seminary whenever I finish college, and to have the blessing of being supported by the family that I've grown up with at church is astounding to me. It's amazing to know that my family loves me that much and wants to support me, even financially.
If there's one thing that I'd like to see that Fairview can do, hopefully through this campaign and after we pay off our debt, is to use those funds in mission work, and not necessarily overseas, but even locally in all the school systems here.
I feel that it is our role to minister to these young people who have never heard of the word of Jesus Christ.
The ministry that probably has affected me the most and meant the most to me is the food pantry. I've seen it grow from like 30 families a week, and now today we served 125 families. That's not people, but that's families.
Can you imagine what could be done with the amount of money that we are putting into our debt reduction at this time? There's just no limit to the mission work that we could do for God's kingdom.
I go out and I hear people in our community talking about Fairview and talking about the things they do, and it's a great opportunity to say it's not us, it's the gift of God that we have to be able to do that.
I am excited that we will be able to pay off this debt, be able to use the money that we are paying against our debt to be able to continue to expand the ministry for families here in the area and nationally and internationally.